Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hello.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. So we've got plenty to talk about this week, so we're going to jump right into it. Checked out this week. Terrence, you watched the documentary, The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Yeah, a lot of people remember. Did you remember the story, Micah?
Yeah, I do remember the story. It was, and you know, people in this day and age, right? Like, people blame that guy for getting scammed. But people blame Tail for getting scammed. Like, but then when you think about it, and then you hear about like more of the story, you're like, ooh,
That's fucked up, yo.
Not cool, man.
It's super fucked up. So Manti Te'o was a college football player who ended up getting in a relationship with someone for 3 years over the phone. And they never saw the person. And then one day the person was like, because Manti Te'o was such a big college star, he started hanging out with everybody. And one day the person over the phone basically said that they were dead. Like this woman, well, at the time, they're trans now, but at the time it was I can't remember Rohana something. I can't remember the name, but yeah, it kind of scammed this nigga for 3 years until they faked their death by playing like multiple people over the phone. Like they could change their voice from like man to female. It was crazy, but after it happened, it came out like Deadspin let the story out that this person was fake, and then they started blaming Manti for getting catfished, essentially, which wasn't necessarily. He was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Back
Right.
in 2012. I mean,
that,
what that means.
Like, I feel like that was the story that I learned what catfishing was.
Yeah. So, and it just kind of didn't necessarily completely ruin his career, but it fucked him up, like, mentally for a while, because people were making fun of him for years. Yeah. For something he didn't do.
People thought he was in on it. Like he
they were like,
I remember that. Yeah.
They thought he was in on it, and they were like, you did this because are you like trying to cover up the fact that you're gay? Because it was just a lot. It's really fun. It's not funny. It's like people were making mad jokes. Like back then, yeah, people were making all kinds of crazy jokes, but like the story's not funny at all because you have one person that's not comfortable with who they are because they're like fighting with the fact that they're gay or trans or whatever they were. And so they use this as an outlet to kind of, be themselves, I guess.
Right.
But they fuck somebody's life up because of this shit. So it's kind of like, I want to fuck you up if I ever met you in person. But it's rough. It's a good documentary, but like the actual story is super fucked up.
Oh man,
that man. I don't know if he's still playing. I don't know. I don't watch football anymore. I don't know if I know he got drafted in the second round, and he was supposed to be like top 10 pick. And they were like, well, we don't need none of this shit.
Yeah, because they don't want the controversy.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't think he's playing anymore. I remember he got drafted to the Chargers, but I don't think he's playing anymore.
Yeah, and he said when he got drafted, it fucked with him for 3 seasons. Like he just played like garbage. Because he had that whole thing looming over him the whole time. It's crazy. But it's good. But like when you actually hear the story, it's like, wow, that's super fucked up.
That is not cool, man. Not cool. Yeah, that when Cam was on here, him sort of telling the sort of the background of this, I knew some of the stuff, but I didn't know like all of that, that the person was trans and
they weren't at the time.
But they weren't at the time. Like I was like, wow, okay, I remember that story being fucked up, but like not from that perspective. Like with all of that added onto it is just remarkable. It's just
it's wild.
Yeah, nobody deserves to have to deal with that type of shit. Like they just don't. On either side of that. But yeah, don't lie to people. Like don't do that because that can fuck somebody's life up in a way that they are not intending. So check that out on Netflix if you want to. I watched the first 6 episodes of Sandman. Look. This series, this is obviously based on the Neil Gaiman, very famous Neil Gaiman comic run. This series does exactly what I was hoping it would do, which is give me massive interest in actually reading the original books because I've never read Sandman. I've only ever heard that they're excellent. And look, Neil Gaiman is a great writer, so that's quite literally the least surprising thing.
He's also like 100% on board with this show. So
yeah, he did a lot of like consulting and stuff like that. He's like heavily involved. It shows. One, the visuals are amazing. Very, very impressive. The general story here is that Dream, who is, what is he? He's like dreams of the endless. He basically controls the dream realm, right? He gets captured at one point by this mortal, on Earth, and while he's basically captured, they steal these items from him, like this ruby, and his helmet and this like bag of sand, right? These three things, and he eventually escapes and gets back to his realm, but he doesn't have those things, and he needs them basically to become fully powered, because his kingdom has kind of been destroyed for the most part while he's been gone, and so it's about him like retrieving those items, but while he's doing that, there's sort of some other things kind of swirling in the background, people who are trying to like destroy him or take his powers and stuff like that. It's really fascinating because it kind of goes between this sort of dream world and like hell and these other sort of realms and regular time on Earth. And like his sister is Death and he has another sister, Desire. And so like they move back and forth, and like you meet Lucifer, who's played by the same actress who played Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. She's very good as Lucifer, actually. She's great. It's really fascinating. It's like a lot of like interesting moral questions about like religion and like sorcery and stuff like that. It's fascinating. Like the story is really, really well done. Like I think you would really like this. I really do.
Yeah, I always meant to read this. I enjoy like investigating or kind of talking about ideas through the personification of those ideas, right? Like, hey, this person, Morpheus, he represents like dreams, and like the idea of, well, if this person is kidnapped, then people don't have any dreams, which like they don't aspire to be anything, right? Like their like aspiration is gone. So how does that affect the world? And
or in this show, they can't wake up. That's a problem. Like, oops.
So I like that. American Gods dealt with a lot of that. The book, I kind of fell off on the show, but American Gods kind of dealt with
just sort of the director.
Different. That book kind of dealt with different ideas through the personification of those ideas and how they interact with society. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this. Hopefully I'm going to try and carve out some time this weekend to see if I can go through it, and if I can find the books on the cheap, because yeah, I know. like I gotta see if Comixology's got one of those like sales, just because like, oh hey, here's a new comic property. This is all on sale now. That's the only way I'm gonna end up getting.
How about this? I have Comixology Unlimited. I'm looking for them to put most of it there. Like, let me get a good free 99 head start. It's really good. Like there's a whole thing with this particular ruby that he has, that he like another character gets. And there's an entire episode of how the ruby basically disallows you to lie, right? Like it's just ultimate truth no matter what. And it's just the entire episode takes place of this character walking into this diner, barely talking to anybody, and he has the ruby, and he's just watching all of the characters in the diner as they're interacting, as you see all of this truth between these characters kind of come out, and like their feelings for each other. Like it goes from like, oh, that's interesting, to okay, y'all just like, people standing right there while y'all doing that, to like, oh, okay, this is how this is going to end. Like, it's wild. It's like a really interesting kind of social commentary in a lot of ways. But the show is very good. The guy who plays Morpheus is very good. The woman who plays Death, Terrence, you will find her to be.
I'm already looking at
all right. Well, there
as you guys were talking. I was like, oh, I'm looking at the cast. I'm like, oh, who's this Death chick?
Yeah, she's she's gorgeous. Good Lord.
Yeah, she is.
There was a little bit of pushback from that casting.
Of course.
Because Death is depicted as stereotypically. Death has stereotypically Asian features.
Oh, I thought she was supposed to be white.
Pale skin and thin eyes. So yeah, some people were like,
"You made it woke."
Yeah, you made it woke.
Yeah, you made it political by someone existing. Really? Okay.
I fucking we drive the culture, but like it's a blessing and a curse, right? It's a
what was that word? What was that word you said?
I want to say it.
I want to say it. He was 100% correct. It is our fault. We let it slip out. But yeah, it's really interesting. Like, the first episode is like okay, because I was like, am I like really into this? And then the second episode, I was like, okay, like I got it. Like I'm getting the sort of the vibe of the show. But it's interesting. The funny thing is, the show Lucifer that ran on Fox for a long time, and I think it got picked up by Netflix at one point. So that show is actually, that story is an spin-off story of Lucifer from Sandman, right? I'm sure a lot of people actually do know that, but it sucks that you don't get to see this show's interpretation of what that should be, because that show was like very Fox and like kind of goofy from the couple episodes I saw. It wasn't bad, but it's a little bit goofy. It'd be interesting to see like Gaiman's interpretation of what that Lucifer show would look like as a spinoff, because like there's a fight that Morpheus and Lucifer have in this show, and it's really interesting. Like, it would be kind of cool to see to kind of see their version of that story. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. If you like the comics, I think you'll definitely like this. But if you're just kind of like, is this like a thing I want to get into? Yeah, if you like kind of fantasy, and especially like religion and that kind of stuff, like kind of interwoven with fantasy, yeah, I think you'd dig it. Like, if you like the American Gods, you would dig it. So check out Sandman. And it's doing really well, apparently, on Netflix, unsurprisingly. And then
there's some deep sales on Comixology. I forgot they're through Amazon, though. God, I
know. It's a real shame. It really is. They really ruined that product. All right, let's talk about the first episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. I'll go first. I thought it was great. There was a long time there were rumors that the show was just an utter disaster. I didn't think so at all. I thought it was really well done. All the gnashing of teeth and hand wringing about the CGI proved to be completely useless, because the CGI looked perfectly fine, at least to me. So I dug it. I thought the story was fun.
I had to watch it on my phone, but I was entertained. I was entertained enough to want to continue to watch it. I don't think that this will end up being a chore like Moon Knight was, but we'll see.
Well, this is 9 episodes.
Okay. I think Moon Knight was less than that, wasn't it?
Just 6.
Yeah, 6. Everything else has been 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they were hour-long episodes, hour-ish. No. But anyway, this I like the woman playing She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany, something like that. Mm-hmm. I enjoy her. I think she's got really good comedic timing. She works well with Mark Ruffalo. I hope I don't see any more Mark Ruffalo, though.
I think he's only in 2 episodes, from my understanding. He's just
he doesn't. Yeah, he don't need. This isn't his show. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to kind of be here. Like I understand putting him in the first show because you got to get stupid boys to watch it because like I'm not gonna watch a girl show.
I mean, he's kind of necessary for her story too. Like
unless the Hulk is in it, but
right.
Oh yeah, that was one thing I found. I found the. I found it a little too contrived. The her getting his blood. Yeah, like in the comics, in the comics, she gets shot and is losing blood. So Bruce rushes her to the hospital. They have the same blood type. He gives her a blood transfusion, and oh shit, I forgot I'm the Hulk. Right? This is like
that seems a little ridiculous. You forgot?
That seems right. But that's ridiculous. But you know what else is ridiculous? A spaceship flying down, causing them to careen off a cliff, and then his blood accidentally falling into her open wounds, and it just like
you made me bleed my own blood.
It was it was a little silly, but
sure.
And they kind of yada real quick past that.
Right.
I mean,
fuck the origin.
I mean,
you want to see them throw stuff.
Right. I mean, in fairness, I'm not sure there is a non-ridiculous way to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot I was the Hulk, guys. Like, come on. That's the dark side thing. Like, I forgot what planet it was on. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck?
But like, if you are in distress, right? You're panicked. Your cousin is bleeding out. Yeah, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Like, what kind of Ian Malcolm chaos theory bullshit is this? Where it's like, oh well, his blood. The right amount of blood
just
dropped into her open wound. Like
that's kind of gross, actually.
It's very gross. It's very gross.
Yeah, like they know, like they were in the middle of a ravine. Like, like what else got in there? You know what I mean?
What else got in there?
But like that's just me nitpicking, and
I think they were just like, I don't know, let's just get past that. Just get past it.
Right. That's they yada past that, and I'm totally fine with it. And I'm glad we got the getting to know your powers thing out of the way in the first episode. So now I don't have to worry about that, and the series can continue. I'm very much looking forward to this. One, because it's a comedy, and I always prefer comedies over everything else, and two, because it's only a half an hour. And that's that's what I need. Half-hour comedies. I need more half-hour comedies in my life. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Terrence, your thoughts?
Yeah, I dug it. It's funny. I like that they got the origin story out of the way really quickly. Very fast. That shit was like 3 minutes. Yeah, it was. I like it. I enjoy it. CG is fine. The only issue I have is like the mouths are just. I don't understand. I don't know why it's so difficult to like animate
sync up
talking, because the mouths don't move like real mouths. They only have like slight movements. It's weird, and it kind of throws me off, regardless of what show it is, no matter what it is.
They can't put all those tracking dots on your lips and shit. Like it's usually just like on your face. But
yeah, but that's my biggest nitpick. It's like it's weird, but that's for everything. Video games, movies. It's just so strange that they still haven't figured out how to do CG mouths properly yet. But
maybe that's the thing. Like maybe they need to do like the like back in the day, you got the wax lips, like the kids, like you could eat those like wax lips. Maybe they need to put that in their mouths, something like that, where you can put dots on it. Like I feel like maybe black people are better at CGI because we actually have lips. Like maybe then you could do it. Like I don't know.
Well, I'm not qualified for that.
Look, some of us. Yeah. Some of us have a chicken lip deficit, which is not good.
Yeah. If you need mocap for a bottom lip, I might be able to. But mocap for both of them, no. I'm
gonna need a stand-in.
But overall, Yeah, it just seems fun. It looked like it'll be a lot of fun. And like again, comedies always work for me, unless they're not funny. And I did laugh a few times.
Yeah, I did like the idea of where like Bruce and Jennifer are talking. And it's like, yeah, like you don't know what it's like to try to like control your anger, and she has that whole rant about like being catcalled and all this other stuff, and she's like slowly turning. He's like, see, like. Relax. I mean, you're right, but relax. But that was fun. No,
I did that on purpose, nigga, because I'm proving to you that it's a lot different. You as a white man, that have no problems that are like at all,
right? But I thought that was clever, and obviously the Captain America thing was pretty funny. That was a great little bonus. But then you kind of get these like moments of sadness from Bruce that he misses Tony and Steve, which was actually kind of like gave a little bit of depth, which I thought was cool. Yeah, so far so good, man. I'm digging it. All right, let's jump into topics.
So the first time Sacheen Littlefeather encountered the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences in 1973, she was booed on stage at the Oscars, heckled and mocked with ululations and tomahawk chops off stage and threatened with arrest and physical assault.
John Wayne.
Wayne literally wanted to fight her.
Yeah, yo, John Wayne.
He was like, they were like, it took like 4 people to keep him from getting on stage.
6.
That's insane.
Here's a little note I read about Mr. John Wayne today in reference to that. Somebody was like, well, yeah, it did take him, 6 people to hold him back from assaulting a woman for saying like, we should probably not treat Native Americans like garbage. He was like, nah, fuck that. But he died doing what he loved, which was being a racist piece of shit, because apparently he died of cancer. And likely he developed, besides smoking 4 packs a day, which is insane, he likely developed cancer because while he was filming the movie Genghis Khan, John Wayne.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They were filming it 100 miles from live nuclear test sites
in Arizona, I believe, right?
I believe so. Yes. So, good.
All them niggas died from radiation.
Yeah, good.
Like, they said half the crew got sick from radiation poisoning because they were literally that close. That's insane.
Oh well. Anyway, continue your story. That's a pretty good. Yeah, it is arrogant, but
not John. No, Marion is his real name.
Yeah, right. Marion is his real name.
Well, nearly 50 years later, she will return to the Academy as an invited guest of honor for an evening of reflection at the Academy Museum, featuring something she's never dared to imagine: a formal apology from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Look, in 1973, it only took fucking 50 years. 50 years, yo, and they're doing it at an event that's not going to be televised. It's not the Oscars, yo. Like, she was embarrassed at the Oscars. Maybe you should do the apology at the Oscars, but all right.
No, they're afraid someone's going to try to slap her on stage. Like, that's that's what's happening.
So, she was 26 at the time. Again, she was 26 at the time. Yeah. And she took the stage on behalf of Marlon Brando to decline the Best Actor award for his role in The Godfather. And she had 2 promises to keep: don't touch the statuette under Brando's instructions, and to keep her comments to 60 seconds in order for show producer Howard Koch, who told Littlefinger minutes before the award.
Littlefeather.
Littlefeather, sorry. Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's a Littlefinger.
That's a very different person.
Yeah, that's a wildly different person, dude.
Yeah, I don't mind that person getting assaulted by fucking John Wayne. Littlefeather, sorry. The producer said, we got security on hand if you go 61 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. White people are fucking... All right.
Again, this isn't 1814 that she's giving this speech, mother. Like, she's not giving it on the way to the Trail of Tears. Like, These are grown ass adults. 50 years ago. That's crazy. White people are wild, man. Wild.
She is quoted as saying in the speech, Marlon Brando is very regretfully cannot accept this generous award. And the reason for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. The audience begins to boo. And she says, excuse me, and on television and in movie reruns, and also with the recent happenings at Wounded Knee. Yeah, yo, like all she was doing, she was literally doing what every single person at an award show does now.
White person does. Yeah.
Yeah. Like every single, especially white people, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I get it, right? I get it, but like,
right. I'm not mad at them. Like,
right. I'm not mad at you, but like, I just find it funny. That's all. I just find it funny. So yeah, she's getting a full apology. Look, I think that's cool. I think everyone should. I think if you have a problem with this, you're probably a bigot.
yeah.
I think she deserves an apology from the John Wayne estate. Because like for real, like you trying to. I don't know how old John Wayne was in 1973, but he was probably an old fucking man.
He was 70,
and yeah, man,
or like 60 something. Yeah, he was old.
Like, but here's the thing. One, they played that up. It took 6 niggas. Knock it off. No, it didn't. Like, no charge. Just all right. We're going for the story. Like, oh, big John Wayne.
I think the fact that it took 6 people is a knock against John Wayne. Quite frankly, like it took 6 people to have to calm you down, yo. Like, and not because you were trying to buffalo them. You know what I mean? Like, no, relax, it took. Yeah, just chill, man. Just chill.
I can't like. She literally was like, "Hey, man, you guys aren't treating Native Americans right." He was like, "Kill that bitch." Like, what the fuck? Like, that's your response? Like, she didn't say like John Wayne specifically, like Marion ain't shit. Like, she's just like, "Hey, man, I don't think the movie industry, and the TV industry is treating Native Americans well, and what's happening, what happened at Wounded Knee is pretty fucked up." He was like, "We need to beat this woman up." Like, that was his thought process. This is 50 years ago. Wild. That's wild. That's super wild. 50 years ago.
It's the 70s, yo. It's the 70s.
He was born in like 1908 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He was probably just a straight up racist, and he beat women, didn't he? Didn't he abuse
probably.
Though. I mean, probably. Like, I feel like that's a very safe assumption, right? Like,
he was like, you know what? Right. He was like, Sean Connery was like, it was like, just with an open hand, not with a closed fist. Just with an open hand.
Behind the Bastards did a show on him.
On John Wayne?
Yeah. It was pretty good. That's how I found out. That's how I knew about that fucking radiation poisoning shit.
Good.
He rode a horse to work. I mean, he rode a horse to school when he was a kid.
Yeah, wow, yo, he's mad old.
10 miles. He rode like a horse 10 miles to school back and forth. Oh, that's funny.
that's just wild.
Yeah.
Fuck John Wayne. How about that?
Wow,
not to divide
Morrison.
The room.
Wow, Marion Morrison is that dude's name. Marion Morrison.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone with John Wayne too. I get it.
Oh, okay. He died in 79, so he was on his way out the door anyway. But
good.
Yeah, yo, look, this is cool. If you don't like this, fuck you, yo. And,
I just who listening to this show is like, that fucking bitch Littlefeather. God damn it! Like who? What part of our audience is like, yeah, that bitch is the worst? Like, it's just weird. Also, who alive today is still saying this? Like, nah, yo, like there's 9 Native Americans left.
I feel like you don't watch football, man. I feel like you don't watch football because
I do not.
the folks down here are still really upset that the Washington Commanders are not called the Washington
Redskins.
slurs, and like they are hyper offended by it. All this is a bunch of big fat white dudes and black dudes just real mad.
How are you? Come on, yo.
Because they don't see it as that offensive.
Right. They
Wow.
don't see it as,
Hey, man, I can't wait for the Washington Redskins to play the New Jersey Jigaboos. You wouldn't be cool with that. Like, what the fuck, yo? You wouldn't be cool with it. I was trying to find, like, what state could I, like, share each other. New Jersey works. Like, that's unacceptable, yo. Nobody thinks that's okay. Doesn't it? I mean, in fairness, it's a hilarious name for a
Kind
team.
of funny. Like, look,
it is, yo.
It's kind of
I mean, I kind of want that to be the show title.
I don't think we can. I don't think that's gonna pass. Pretty sure Apple is not gonna be cool with New Jersey Jigaboos. I am, but I'm just saying. I've been to New Jersey. Some of you are. So no, that's but it's just I can't imagine the hoops that another minority would go through to think that the name Redskins is acceptable. Like, that's just wild to me.
It's because they you know, it's what they grew up on, and they don't like change, and because it's not a traditional like bad word slur, it doesn't you know, what's the problem? Like, their skin is red. Like, no, it isn't.
Like, one, it really is not.
Have you met a Native American person
They're
before?
like, no, because there's 4 of them. There's 4 left.
You might have met one in disguise and just thought they were white because, like, their skin isn't literally red, dude. Like, what the fuck?
I know one Native American dude. He looks white as fuck. Like,
So,
sorry.
but you know, slowly but surely, I feel like Native Americans are always the last people to kind of get some shine, right? Like, it's usually black people kicking in the door, demanding change, right? And then it's Latin folks like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo, we cousins with them, yo. Like, I mean, like, we a couple shades lighter. We just black people to speak Spanish, right?
That's really it.
Like we want some representation, right? And then meanwhile, like, Asian people are playing both sides, right? Like, I was about to say they sneaky, but
don't
I can't
do
say
that.
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's racist. And I'm not saying that, right?
That's not okay.
They're very smart, and they're playing both sides, right? Because they're eventually going to take over, right?
Right, yeah. Now they play the white people's bullshit. They're like, you guys are the safe minority. They're like, okay.
Yeah, okay. And just sharpening that knife to stick in your back, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, look, I respect it. I'm not mad about it. I respect it.
Hey, that's how you win.
Yeah, right. Like, I get it. Can we just be on y'all team when y'all take over? Like,
yeah, they take the Loki approach. I respect that shit, right? So that's the pecking order, right? The black people are the tip of the spear.
That's racist.
I know. and then it's like Latin folks, like, nah, yo, fuck that bullshit. Like Mexico's right there. Like, nah. Right. And then it's Asian people, and then it's like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then after everybody else, it's Native American people.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that, like, shows like Reservoir Dogs and movies like Prey are giving some shine to people. I was listening to a podcast earlier that was talking about, like, the making of Prey, and they said that when the script was first being written, the first thing at the top of the script was all language to be in Comanche, and
that's dope,
because that was the original intent, right? Like, and the studios was like, no,
you still have to appeal to a bunch of
there's a lot of whites out there. They're not going to read this.
You asking people who are fans of Predator to get out of here.
I mean, you can't say it any more plainly than that. Like, have you seen the original movie? Look at the rabble who loves this movie. I mean, it's us, but, like, relax. They're not reading Comanche, but they are releasing a all Comanche version.
You can watch it.
You can watch it. There's a
Oh, is it already
dub.
on there on that
There's a
thing?
Comanche dub on Hulu. Yeah,
Nice,
But
nice.
I think it's just a dub, right? Like it's
Oh,
dubbed
see,
over.
yeah, see, it
they're
should.
not actually talking.
Yeah, it should have originally been in Comanche. Like that's what it should have been in.
Yeah, but
And
they
just-
would have had to learn Comanche. She would have had to learn that shit. She's like, I don't speak that shit.
Oh, she doesn't speak.
No.
She doesn't speak it. Oh, well.
Yeah, she's like half. She's half Comanche, half Indonesian. She's half Asian.
Don't like that. Don't like that. A woman, two minorities. Sounds pretty
Two
woke
minorities.
to me.
Nah,
that's three checks on the woke scale.
You didn't get a 100% pure blood Comanche warrior. It's fake. No,
Right, not watching it.
Only a 100% pure blood Comanche warrior can play a Comanche warrior.
Yo,
Nope.
that would be a wild.
Not
That,
acting.
that would be a wild request. Like we need a 100% pure Comanche. Nigga, there's 5 of us. That's 5 of us. That's it. The dude who played her brother was like worked at TJ Maxx before that job. Like,
Right.
yeah, I was like, that's a lateral move. Like, that's not that different, like, than what you've had to put up with, frankly. But yeah, no, look, I think it's great that they went back and are apologizing to Littlefeather. I do think that you're right. I think it should have been during the Oscars, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They should still do it anyway.
Yeah, they should. Like, if you're
Next
gonna
year.
do it,
It'll be 50 fucking years exactly. Like that's kind of dumb to do. Oh, we're doing it in September. A couple months before the fucking Oscars.
Right, because then it feels like you're doing it. You want the publicity, but you don't want to do the you don't want to piss off anybody that might be offended. No, fuck those people. Like any of the people who are still mad, let them be mad. Fuck them.
It was 50 years ago. Half of them are dead.
Right. I hope so.
You can't be nice undercover, yo. Like you gotta be, you gotta do the right thing in front of people, man. Like it just, I don't know. Guess what,
been
guys?
a slam dunk.
Guess what? There's more Saw movies coming.
How excited? On a scale of 1 to leg, how excited are you?
I am actually I'm actually 3 severed fingers excited. I didn't watch the Chris Rock Saw movie.
I watched it.
I heard it wasn't good.
Let me guess. I have not seen it. I don't know anything about it. Okay, let me guess. His partner is the killer. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. See,
you're right. Spoiler alert. You're correct.
Wow. Well, that really took the steam out of me seeing that. Jesus Christ.
Because I saw the trailer and I can smell a bad movie, like a bad Saw movie. I can smell that shit coming a mile away.
You mean the Saw movie?
Right.
Go ahead.
Like most of the Saw movies.
Look, outside of part 1, all of them.
I kind of like part 2. I kind of like.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! That MTV Cribs version one. No, I hated that one.
I didn't like all the quick cuts. But I like the murder house, right? Like it's a murder house. Like I love the murder house, right? Like they kill somebody by like throwing them in like a pit full of heroin needles.
Nah, that was fucking disturbing. I did not like that. Nah, she didn't die. That was the chick from like the first movie or whatever. The fucking Jack dude was like, "Get your ass in there," and threw in the pit of needles. I was like, "Yo, what are you doing? What chivalry is dead? What are you doing?" I mean, I ain't going in either, but like, I'm not gonna throw you in.
Lionsgate and Girl, You Got Me Twisted Pictures Over You are going into production on another Saw movie, which will hit theaters October 27th, 2023. Kevin Greutert, who directed Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter and edited the first 5 Saw movies and Jigsaw, will helm the latest installment, which brings back a number of picks in the franchise, the number of picks in the franchise to 10.
Jesus.
The most recently released was Spiral, a Saw reboot starring Chris Rock and Sam Jackson.
Wow, it
Yeah,
made
look, I'm excited for
$41 million worldwide. God damn. Why did you even make it? Jesus.
I mean, it made its money back.
Did it?
doubled its budget. It was $20 million to make.
All right, fair enough.
It turned a
Jeez.
profit, but
Not much of
wasn't that
one.
great.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. The only way I could be more excited for a bad horror movie franchise to come back is if you tell me there's going to be another Final Destination.
Yeah, I would definitely go see Final Destination.
Oh hell yeah! I love
I like
those
those.
Final Destination movies, except for like the third and the fourth one were really bad. Like the third one was bad, the fourth one was really bad because like they had a bunch of
Which one was the amusement
schlocky
park one?
3D. The amusement park
Was
was
that the amusement
3.
park one? Was 3?
No,
Okay,
the
That one,
the NASCAR one was 4.
Oh, the tire
I
coming
saw that
off and
one.
killing somebody?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
4 was bad because it had a bunch of like hacky like 3D like bullshit going with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the NASCAR tires flying at the screen. Ooh, all right, whatever. But no, I love it. I love these movies. I might do a Final Destination rewatch.
I want to do a Saw rewatch. I mean, obviously, I've seen Saw 1, 2, 3. 3 was like the pigs like getting sliced in
3
half and drowning the person. That was pretty fucked
3
up.
was 3 was when they killed Jigsaw.
Right, they cut his
You know,
cut his
For a
throat.
killer.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen past 3, so I might have. I've always said to myself, like, one night that my wife and daughter are not home, like overnight, I'm gonna sit and just watch Saw movies because that's the only time that would ever happen. And I want to, but every time I go to watch it, I'm like, these aren't great. Like, I'm not gonna watch these movies, but I kind of want to.
Yeah, you watch it for the Rube Goldberg like
They really do.
death
Yeah,
tolls.
that's what I watch them for.
This franchise has grossed over $1 billion. This is right up there with the Resident Evil franchise. Like, that did incredibly well for the same reason. They just kept cranking out these $4 movies and making like $40 million on them.
Yeah, it's 9 of them. Like, you know,
Not bad.
Brett Favre has a bunch of stats because he played a bunch of fucking games. Right? Not necessarily because it's really good. You know what I mean?
Are you referring to the Saw franchise as the Brett Favre of horror?
Yeah, absolutely. When I watch these movies, I can't wait to get into some nice snug Wrangler jeans and watch some fucking dismemberment, man. That is what I look forward to in my torture porn. Next up, Kenya Barris to write and direct a reimagining of The Wizard of Oz.
So the Wiz? He's black. He's black.
Not
Is the
necessarily.
Wiz? No, he's black. Is the Wiz?
No, not necessarily. I've seen The Wizard of Oz on stage with black people,
Not
and
interesting.
they ain't do all that. Like, it's on down. Like, they ain't do all that shit.
Yeah, the good one. Got it.
Are you famously hate The Wizard of Oz, or you haven't seen The Wizard of Oz?
I haven't seen the Wizard of Oz. Yes, of course I've seen it. I'm not a huge
Okay,
fan of
you
the
hate
Wizard of Oz.
You hate
I hate Return to Oz. I hate Return to Oz.
Oh, see, I didn't see Return.
Yeah, it's got
I don't think
fucking
I've seen
Wheeler.
Return to Oz
Yeah, it's got Wheelers in it, and I was a kid when I saw it. And it was fucking terrifying. No, fuck those characters. And it's like a weird '80s like acid trip film. Okay, look, I like Kenya Barris's work, man. Overall, is he gonna do another season of his show on Netflix? I really enjoyed that.
I don't know.
I think he told a pretty contained story. I don't think he needs
He doesn't need to. Doesn't need to, but I enjoyed it. Okay, like, what does this
That's
look
kind
like?
of weird.
So the deal comes after the Blackish creator is in post-production on his feature directorial debut, You People. Barris and Jonah Hill wrote the original comedy together with the slamming cast, with a cast that includes Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Lauren London, Nia Long, and David Duchovny, among others. Next month,
that is a pretty good cast, actually.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good cast.
Yeah.
I'll watch anything with Nia Long in it.
Yeah,
Yo, did you know that Nia Long and Samore are sisters?
what?
Excuse me?
Some more of the comedian?
No wonder they all fine, right? Like,
I did not know
Nia Long and Samore are sisters. Because I was looking up some old Samore.
Why would you look, nigga? You a piece of shit.
Well, I wanted to see what a funny black woman was like. That's all.
You could have looked up
Yeah,
Monique.
I mean, Monique has been in the fucking. Yeah, I can see. I understand. I get it.
Who?
What?
Well, some more is the one with the like. She's got a tremendous ass, no titties, right? Like that's
it's the opposite, nigga.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Okay. I was because I remember she does it. I know she does a whole like bit about it. I remember whenever she was like, I got a big tits or ass, whatever. I was like, that is correct. Like I am a fan of whatever you got going on. It's like, oh, the other side is not. There's nothing there. That's sad.
Oh, they half sisters.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
So there you go. There's a black fact from Micah.
Wow.
Don't have the same ring as black fact from Jack. But.
No, it doesn't. If Jack came in and was like, yo, Nia Long and some more sisters, I'd be like, shut this entire podcast down, man. That shit makes no sense. Like, stop talking. Like, why do you even know that?
So you watching this? You watching The Wizard of Oz with Kenya Barris's Wizard of Oz? I can't wait to see what kind of racial commentary is going to be in a Wizard of Oz
Written by Kenya Barris.
Written by Kenya Barris.
I can't even imagine.
Is it called Wizard-ish? Like, what is it? What's the title going to be? Ozish. It'll probably be Ozish, right? Like that makes sense. Sure. I like Kenya Barris's work overall. So, all right, we'll see.
Why do you hate dark-skinned black women, Jay?
Wait, what?
That was a thing that people accused Kenya Barris of when he was casting. When he was casting, I think for Black as Fuck.
Like because his wife? Like have people seen his wife? Like she's half white.
They're like, well, why ain't no dark skinned people in it though?
Like his family isn't dark though. Like what you want him to do? Cast Nia Long as his wife? Like what the fuck? Hey, this is my wife, played by some more. Like nigga, she's not half white. Like that's a bit weird. I don't know, man. Everybody's got a problem with everybody. I don't give a shit about that. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I found that show to be quite humorous. So
I didn't think I would. And
me neither. I really didn't think I would. Yeah. And
and
my wife was like, let's watch this. And I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, oh. I was like a kombucha lady, like, And just because Jay is a dickhead,
that's why I put it there. You're welcome. I didn't even put it in section 2. I put it in your section. Read it.
Casting information for Madam Web seems like it's something. This is a report, so take this with a grain of salt. Okay, take this with a whole can of Morton's. But a new report reveals many of Madam Web's supporting characters, and yes, the name Parker does indeed come up. There are a lot of big names from the comics, however, potential spoilers do follow. So apparently, Dakota Johnson will be playing Cassandra Webb. I like how they have like it's Dakota Johnson playing this octogenarian paraplegic.
Like I think maybe it'll be slightly different than that, but okay.
Yeah. Where else is I'm trying to find the rest of the cast. Oh, listed as one page. God, I hate when pages do that. Sydney Sweeney as Julia Carpenter, one of the Spider Women. Okay. All right.
Sydney Sweeney, who is that? Oh, she's from Euphoria. Okay.
I have no idea.
Celeste O'Connor as Maddie Franklin. She was a character from the 90s. I don't really know too much about her.
She's also a spider. She was also a spider, by the way.
Yeah, most of these people are spiders. Isabella Merced as Anya Corazon, another Spider Woman. Adam Scott as Ben Parker.
Yes.
Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know, Ben Parker is the Uncle Ben, right? Like
Yes.
he's the Uncle Ben, the guy that fucking gets murdered, and Peter could have saved him but didn't. And yeah, that Uncle Ben, right? Like the whole entire catalyst for the creation of Spider-Man. Okay, Uncle
Adam
Ben.
Scott from Severance.
Yeah.
Adam
Yes.
Scott?
Yeah,
The very
Yeah.
same. The talented Adam Scott.
yeah.
Okay.
But wait, Terrence. But wait,
Wait a minute.
Adam.
Who is Madam Web? Was she before Spider-Man?
She's been around.
So
No, I mean
apparently-
like because Uncle Ben dies, right? So was Madam Web like a character before Spider-Man became Spider-Man?
Yes, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, we introduced this character in the in-universe timeline. She's been around, right? But like we introduced her way after the fact. That's neither here nor there, Terrence, because apparently this is going to be a prequel or whatever. Whatever. Madam Web is coming. Okay, that's fine. Uncle Ben is being played by young ass Adam Scott. Okay. Uncle Ben. Okay. Now, Emma Roberts is playing Mary Parker.
Yes.
Do you know who Mary Parker is, Terrence? Mary Parker is Peter Parker's mother. So the relationships are Uncle Ben and Richard Parker are blood brothers. Like they are related by blood. Richard marries Mary and Ben marries May. That's why they're Uncle Ben and Aunt May, right? Why does this movie have Uncle Ben and Ben's sister-in-law?
Yes.
What?
This is going to be good.
No, it's not, yo.
Nah, yo, it's going to be good.
The only thing I can think of is set photos have confirmed that Mary is pregnant. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. With who, Micah? With who?
Peter?
Say it. Say it.
Yo,
With Tom Holland.
Is the stinger going to be her giving birth at the end of the movie?
Yes. She's going to give birth to Tom Holland. That's right.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like none of this seems to make any sense.
Well. Let me shed a little bit of light onto this. The thought here is, many people are saying, that someone is trying to, like, this is going to be a multiverse story, and someone is trying to go into the timeline and erase Peter Parker from the timeline. Whoever that villain may be. And so they're going back and they are trying to, this is like a Terminator 1 kind of story. So you got your pregnant, Mary, and she's being protected by a Kyle Reese type Ben Parker.
No.
Yes,
no.
that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
No, Mary is married to Richard. Richard can protect her.
No.
They're both secret agents, for fuck's sake. Ben is just some dude.
Nah.
Ben's not the secret agent. Richard and Mary are the SHIELD agents. What is going on? What is going on?
Yeah, but people don't know who that is. They only know Uncle Ben.
They don't know who the fuck Mary Parker is.
They know she gives birth to Peter Parker. That's enough.
No, they don't. What the fuck? Nah, yo.
So
nah.
When I saw this story, I sent it to Micah and I was like, I read it, so now you have to read this. Like, you need to know these details. So yeah, the idea is that someone is going through the universe or the multiverse trying to go after Mary, and then pregnant Mary is being protected by all of these other spiders from around the multiverse, which is weird. because apparently the multiverse isn't just it isn't just a multiverse. It's also like time travel, which is interesting. So yeah, no, this should be good because when Sony handles this kind of stuff, they really fucking nail it.
I mean, it seems like they're setting up for the introduction of Moreland, and Moreland and his family are like they're like vampires, and they're going around the multiverse to like destroy people who are like who possess the spider totem, right? And
Sure.
So I get it. I'm fine with that. Right, like if don't be surprised if they say, "Oh, well, the big bad is Moreland and he's the one doing this," right? But I'm mad at like the fine details, and it's like you can't. This could be an interesting story, but you're telling it without the most important person in the fucking story,
Mary.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. He just hasn't been born yet.
No,
it's the Patton Oswalt. It's the Patton Oswalt joke. Like, I met George Lucas, and he's like, "Hey, we're making Star Wars prequels." He's like, "That's awesome. What's it gonna be about?" It's like, "Do you like Darth Vader?" "Yeah, I love Darth Vader." "You want to see him as a kid?" Like, no. What? I just like the things that I like. Yeah, no, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck.
Why are they doing this?
Money.
What money?
All the money that they didn't make on Morbius and that they're not going to make on Kraven. So Morbius is a massive flop.
I was watching a movie. I turned a movie on a couple weeks ago and I don't remember what it was. I wanted to watch it. I don't think I did. I didn't know it was a Sony picture. So I turned it on, right? And I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. And then I saw the Sony logo and I was like,
oh no.
Because it wasn't a comic book movie or anything like that. It was just a regular movie. And I turned it off because I was like, because I think it was like right after I had seen Morbius.
Oof.
So when I see the Sony logo at this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't even want to bother with the movie.
Well, they all look the same. They're all drab looking.
They have a very similar look. This doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to me. Like, just to be made. It looks like they're just about to waste another $100 million, however much it's going to cost to make.
Yep. I guess my question is, with Morbius being a flop, with Kraven the vegan,
I think it works for Greenpeace.
Like, because I feel like when Kraven fans find out what the plot is of that movie, people are going to be like, I'm not seeing this. Like, they're going to get pissed. Kraven will not do well, I don't think. So that's 2 flops in a row. Then you're talking about this coming right after it. This trailer is going to have to be amazing to get people to watch it because this sounds like a veritable mess. So,
how do they think people are going to be excited for this? Like, this is not a well-known character.
None of these characters.
Venom made a lot of money because people love Venom. The movies fucking suck.
Yeah,
they suck. Morbius sucked. But he's a slightly more well-known character than Madam Web.
Yeah.
So how are they banking on this making any kind of money?
I don't know. Micah's a huge fan of this, so ask him.
Fucking luck.
I'm looking at the films of the Sony Spider-Man universe. That's what they're calling it, right? That's what they're calling it. And it's obviously Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Morbius, right? And then the upcoming films, Kraven the urban cowboy, Madam Web, El Muerto, and the untitled Venom Let There Be Carnage sequel.
Yeah, that's the one starring
El Muerto.
That's the one starring Bad Bunny.
Yeah, that's the one starring Bad Bunny. Based off of a character that
throwing money. It's the place that make them that much money that they could just throw that shit in the garbage. Come on, yo. Good fucking Lord. Okay. All right.
So I just and a Silk television series is
is that happening?
allegedly.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be on Amazon.
Yeah, a Silk television series is allegedly happening. Yeah, they're doing this because they don't want like all of the rights to like go back to Marvel, right? Like at this point, like let's just cut bait, yo. Or just keep making like no, you don't even have to cut bait. Just only make animated Spider-Man movies at this point.
I don't know why they don't just concentrate on that.
Just focus on that and that's it, man, because I am highly offended by what Sony is offering for Spider-Man. I really am. Kraven the Hunter is going to suck, yo. Kraven the Hunter is really going to fucking suck.
Yo, that plot sounds horrible. It sounds
holy
horrible.
shit, dude.
Oh,
you're not going to see one jungle, yo. You're not going to see one jungle.
You're going to see the urban
spear.
jungle. What are you talking about?
What the fuck is a spear? What the fuck is a spear?
No, you'll see one. It'll be in the beginning when they show. You know what? I'm not even gonna spoil it for people. You can go find the Kraven plot synopsis and read that for yourself. I'm not even gonna
fight a bunch of poachers.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Remember what Mike and I were talking about? We were like, "This is what's gonna be in the Kraven movie," like joking around. Yeah, we were not that far off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If by poachers you mean a street gang called the Poachers, dressed in fucking 3-piece suits and talking with their hands. Yeah. These kind of poachers, gangsters, Terrence. He's going to be fighting fucking gangsters in an urban jungle. And it just, it's really going to be bad. And I'm really mad at it because like Spider-Man, Kraven is like one of Spider-Man's like classic villains, yo.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
So he's just a Punisher.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. No. Okay. He don't eat meat. Get out of here. He's like a vegan, it's ridiculous.
He's going to be like John Wick. He's going to be like John fucking Wick. They're going to turn the Kraven the Hunter into John Wick. Because John Wick, the impetus for John Wick killing all those dudes was because he had love for an animal. And that's what they're going to do. I guarantee you that's what they're going to make Kraven the Hunter.
I mean, it's not exactly incorrect. But best of luck. I'm sure hardcore Kraven fans can't wait to hear that shit.
Fuck, yo.
I personally love it. Big fan. Next up, Dwayne Johnson on keeping Black Adam out of Shazam. It's my boy.
Your favorite person in the world.
I sent Micah a message this morning. I was like, title, "This nigga's ego is totally fine," and then it was like his ego, and it's a clip from Super Pets where The Rock plays 3 characters out of 4 on screen, or 3 out of 5 characters on screen. He plays the voice of 3 of them,
and he doesn't really change his voice either. Like, hey, that's my toy. Get your own toy. Like, nigga, you just dropped your voice an octave, nigga.
That's it.
That's what you did. Okay.
I'm surprised he did. Quite frankly, I'm surprised he did that, to be perfectly honest.
So apparently there was an article that came out. Well, I guess this was an article in an interview in Vanity Fair, where The Rock is quoted as saying, when the first draft of the movie came to us, talking about Shazam, it was a combination of Black Adam and Shazam. 2 origin stories in 1 movie. Now that was a goal, so it wasn't a complete surprise. But when I read it, I just knew in my gut, we can't make this movie like this. We would be doing Black Adam, an incredible disservice. It wouldn't be. It would have been fine for Shazam having 2 origin stories converge in 1 movie, but not good for Black Adam.
Me.
Yeah, read that as me. Right, exactly. I don't want to play second fiddle, is all that is. So then he spoke up to the executives and he was like, I think these should be separate movies. And they were just like, well, we're star fuckers, so we love you, so we'll do your bidding. And so that's what they did. I like that when this article came out, the Vanity Fair article, he quote tweeted, and he was like, "Yeah, that's exactly right. I did advocate for that because I thought it would do a disservice to both characters." That's not what you said. You didn't say that. You said the exact opposite. You said that it would have been fine for Shazam. Who gives a shit if that guy's movie had another person's origin in it? But Black Adam, this very important character in the DC universe, as we all know, really needs his own movie. You're not getting Shazam versus Black Adam in Shazam 3. You're not. I guarantee you're not. No way. This guy, again, playing 3 characters in one scene. Now they are about to ruin the DC universe again by giving the reins over to this guy. Mistake. Huge mistake.
I don't it hasn't been confirmed. People keep saying that. I don't think they're going to do that.
All right.
They did this because, hey, it's The Rock and people love The Rock, but they're not going to give this nigga control over the unit.
No, I don't think he's going to have control. That's not what that article said.
Not control, but insight. If this movie does well, I guess maybe they'll be like, okay, what do you think we should do with Batman? Well, I only read fucking Black Adam.
I think Black Adam should fight and beat Batman. That's what's
and then take his costume and then he becomes Batman. That seems like a weird choice. I'm telling you, man, I think they're going to center him in this universe. I think they will. I think you have a higher chance of seeing Black Adam fight Superman before you see him fight Shazam. And that's crazy to me.
I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of tired of talking about Black Adam. I just want the movie to come out. I just want the movie to come out, and I want it to be good because I want all movies to be good, right?
Well, it's going to come out. I agree with that.
I want all movies to be good because if I'm going to watch this, somebody got to tell me this is good, and I'll go out in theater and I'll see it. But if it's good, but at this point, Jay has to tell me that this movie is good because we all know Jay hates The Rock.
I don't hate The Rock.
I don't hate The Rock. I just really like pointing out every stupid thing he says because I fucking hate him.
No, I don't hate him. I'm so tired of his massive fucking ego. That's what I'm tired of. Dude, he's playing 3 characters in one scene.
I think it's the asshole theory.
Yeah, we probably more similar than we are different.
Yeah, I think so.
That movie's good.
Well, look, if you keep disagreeing with me, Micah, the hierarchy on this podcast is about to change as well. So, who says shit like that? That's just nuts to me.
That's so bizarre. It's Black Adam, yo.
Nobody cares about this character.
So weird. That's my thing. This movie feels like some backlot bullshit to me. I don't know, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it was filmed on a soundstage.
Because it was.
That's what it looks like to me, and that's not a good sign for me.
It's going to do big money. Though.
I hope it's good, but at the same time, if it's good, I don't want them to center this fucking universe around him.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword, man.
That's the thing. I can't imagine them doing that because,
how?
No.
Why?
Why would you do that?
Because Black Adam made money.
That's it.
That's literally it. Nobody cares. Those people don't care about art. They care about making money. Yeah. And I'm not calling these things high art, right? I'm not calling them high art, but then no, they're not.
But they're still art. Stuff. They are still art,
right?
Well, but, I mean, I guess I would argue the MCU would say, we don't center our universe around a single actor, right? You could say, well, Robert Downey Jr., but they also gave plenty of space and time to other characters, right? Captain America is a huge part of that first saga. In actuality, it's more his story than Tony's actually, by the end. But they would say they are more story driven and sort of collective actor driven. And DC would say, when it comes to just making one creative the center of our universe, they would say, "Well, I do." Like that's what they would only that's what they would focus on, and I think they're gonna fuck themselves because DC has always been. They've always been starfuckers. Like that's what they've always been. They've always gone after these big actors to then try to fill in these roles instead of trying to make stars. Like they don't do that. So I think they're going to end up, however this works out, I think it's going to be a general disaster. So can't wait. October 21st, Oscar award-winning film coming up.
You should put that up for consideration just because.
No, they're going to. They're going to. and not even for the nerd shit. Like best screenplay. Like, all right. Like, okay, guys, let's relax. They did that shit for Wonder Woman.
It's certainly not going to be for best effects, guys. Because I'm looking at this trailer now. Yeah,
but he punched that jet. Nobody's done that since 2008. Next up, I thought this was an interesting story. Jamie Foxx says it'll be tough to release his shelved comedy that stars Robert Downey Jr. as a Mexican man. Wow. What a headline. What a fucking headline.
Robert Downey Jr. is testing
right, I
that
know.
goodwill,
I heard about
this.
I thought this was supposed to come out like 5 years ago. Dude.
Yeah, this was filmed in 2016 or it was supposed to come out in 2016.
I know what this movie is, and I saw him in an interview probably like 2015 talking about this movie.
Yeah, so it's called All-Star Weekend. Stars Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Piven as two best friends who win tickets to the annual NBA event. The characters take a road trip to Los Angeles to attend the All-Star game, but their journey is upended by a handful of wacky characters. Downey Jr. took a page from his Tropic Thunder playbook and starred as a Mexican man in All-Star Weekend, while one of Fox's multiple roles was allegedly a white racist cop.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I do want to see it.
That's funny to me.
The film has sat on the shelves for several years. Jamie Foxx tells Cinema Blend, quote, it's been tough with the lay of the land when it comes to comedy. We're trying to break open the sensitive corners where people go back to laughing again. We hope to keep them laughing and run them right into All-Star Weekend because we're definitely going for it. They gonna release it? You sure? How do you guys feel about that? Can Robert Downey Jr. play a Mexican man? Is that acceptable?
Look, I watched Tropic Thunder last month. Nigga, that shit is hilarious. Still. It's funny as hell, It is. Yes.
I think it's racist if you don't release it.
Yeah.
I am like, the thing with Tropic Thunder is it was a meta narrative, right? About like a white actor like playing these
Australian
roles. Right.
Yeah.
Like, so it worked. And I think the vast majority of people got that, right? And like, even looking now, I think the vast majority, like, well, that's a, like, it's making fun of like that fact, right? But just straight up playing a Mexican dude, that's going to be hard, Like, I feel like they're going to light his ass up for that. And like,
well, at least, I mean, like John Leguizamo is, right? Like, he don't want, right. He don't want, what's his name to be Castro, right? So,
right.
I understand that one because that nigga's also a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's also a piece of shit.
Right. Like, I get it, but I don't think John Leguizamo knows that James Franco is a piece of shit. I think John Leguizamo is just like, nah, he white. And I understand that too, right? I understand that too. It was a real person, Like, that's a real person.
Well, and apparently, apparently he's like, his father is like Spanish and like Castro is like half Spanish or whatever. And I'm like, you guys are doing a lot of like hoop jumping trying to justify this. Like, knock it off, James Franco should not be playing Fidel Castro. Like, just I'm not even that mad about it, but surely there is a person that you could find other than James Franco. Surely.
Yeah.
So,
but,
look.
No, this ain't going to go over well nowadays. Like,
no,
this ain't gonna go over well. Like, you better off just not releasing the shit.
Yeah, I feel like Robert Downey Jr. Like, look, you went out with the bang as Iron Man. I'm not sure you can come back like with your first thing after the Marvel Cinematic Universe playing just playing a Mexican character, like, and it's gonna be a stereotype. Like, it's not, he's not gonna be like, hey guys, I went to college. He's gonna be like, ah, caramba, like, it's gonna be ridiculous. Like,
wearing a sombrero.
wearing a sombrero, it's gonna be fucking nuts. Sounding like Ben Affleck speaking Spanish. Like, this shit is gonna be crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I want to see it. I think it's probably hilarious.
It probably is hilarious, but
when was the last time you see Prophet Thunder? Yeah,
it's been a number of years.
That movie's funny as shit, dude.
It is funny. It is funny. Everyone is funny in it. Everyone is funny in it. So yeah, look, I would see it. Like, can we do like a pay-per-view type of shit? Like, you're only allowed to see it if you're not gonna say that you got offended. like those are the only people who are allowed. I like offensive comedy, but I could definitely see why that is not going to be acceptable. Oof. Speaking of unacceptable, Ezra Miller has finally addressed their recent behavior in an apology. Quote, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior, and I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life.
Alarmed and upset?
No, you tried to like
niggas, yo.
and was like grooming underage
some woman out, groom people. You got like some girl has like bullets in her head as decorate. Like, no, nigga.
So I guess my question is, like, this is clearly option one that we talked about last week, right? He does the apology tour, and then they try to get the movie release. But then, there's another story which is pretty offensive, which is they were shooting scenes, like pickup shot scenes, with him between arrests.
Between felonies. Come on, man.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, Miller was allegedly called in to take part in regularly scheduled additional photography throughout the summer prior to his burglary charge, the actor's third arrest this year. So they never planned on not releasing this. Like, they always plan on releasing it. If you're doing pickup shots with this person in the middle of all their bullshit, nah, you were always going to release it. Which, to me, boy, did they not need that story to get out. Like, that apology seems like complete bullshit now. It's like, well, you didn't give a fuck either way. You were gonna still release this movie. Yeah, I like, your apology falls on deaf ears for me. But yeah, this is fucked up. I think knowing that they were doing pickup shots in between is crazy.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's great. You apologized. Like you said, it just seems all fake. One, it seems fake to me because, like, these people are professional liars, and like, it's their job to fool people into, but that's just the cynic in me. The fact that it was found out that they were filming between arrests is nah, yo.
Yeah, that's like, so unacceptable.
I don't ever need this movie to come out now, man. Like, because you're trying to be slick. Like, it would be one thing if you fucked up and you apologize and, like, it felt somewhat sincere. But nah, you're trying to be slick. You trying to be slick. The studio trying to be slick. Like, I just don't get it, man.
Yeah, I really don't either. I will say, though, what happens if they fuck up again? Like, after this apology.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You apologize. When? You got a whole fucking year.
That's a long time not to get it right.
A whole 12 months before this movie comes out for you to fuck up again.
I kind of want it to happen.
Better keep them locked up somewhere.
Yeah, you really need to.
Sit your ass the fuck down.
Again, Terrence, you made the point, and I agree with it. How has nobody fucked Ezra Miller up? Like, all this, like, I'm gonna run up and fight you. I'm like, all right.
It's like, yo, run up on me. I'm gonna knock your teeth out.
Like, remember that video I sent? Like, remember that video I sent you? Like, he was just talking to that guy, and he was like, "Do you want to fight?" Like, I will fight you. I was like, yeah, I'd be like Billy the Kid in Young Guns. Like, I'm gonna make you famous, yo. Like, nah, yo, we gotta fight. Fine, let's fight right here. Like, you look about 112 pounds, yo. Like, I'm gonna beat you while you're wearing that crazy coat in this image. Like, you look nuts. He's
didn't he did get in a fight at a bar, I believe.
No, apparently that didn't happen. The one in Japan.
Oh,
yeah, where he fought the dude from the movie Elvis. Like that, they were like,
was
nah,
that what the fuck? Is
yeah,
that what he was supposed to say?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
The Flash,
Elvis
weird
Presley?
yeah, Baz Luhrmann's Elvis Presley. They were just straight up fisticuffs, like just throw down. But that apparently did not happen. Look,
someone needs to fight them if they start wilding again.
Yeah, they do.
Just to get punched in the face.
I feel like that'll calm it down. They just get your ass beat. It's like world star. like if you get fucked up, you'd be like, you know what? I'm wilding. Let me calm down a second. Yeah, take a break. Nah, they have gone undefeated, and people just keep putting quarters up on the machine and just getting their ass beat, and that's unacceptable to me. Like, no.
It's like, stop throwing, nigga. You throw too.
Why are you picking Eddie? Why are you picking Eddie though? Why are you picking Eddie?
You cheating, you cheating. All right, what the fuck brought to you by JTD? Like in Europe.
I should probably be a little more prepared. Okay, Miller High Life makes an ice cream bar that tastes like a dive bar.
What?
In collaboration with Tipsy Scoop, the treat includes a peanut swirl to mimic peanut shells always found on dive bar floors, as well as a hint of tobacco smoke flavor.
Terrence's response. That's really gross.
Miller High Life partnered with Tipsy Scoop to create an ice cream dive bar. The ice cream is, of course, infused with Miller High Life. Yo, Miller High. I don't know anything about alcohol.
Yo,
Miller High Life.
It's the champagne. It's the champagne.
Tobacco.
It's the champagne of beers.
Yo, Miller High Life sounds like something like a divorced dad drinks when he's trying to get back.
Nah, High Life is good, man. High Life is good. Like of the regular people beers, Miller High Life is pretty good.
What's the name? Drinks in Cobra Kai, right? But no, he big banquet. No, what the fuck was he drinking?
Nah, it's something like super cheap. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's MGD.
The ice cream is, of course, infused with Miller High Life, but also a peanut swirl to reflect the peanut shells always found in the floor of dive bars, a bit of tobacco smoke flavor, and as well as a caramel swirl sprinkle, and a sprinkle of carbonated candy and dark chocolate dip. This sounds disgusting. I am an ice cream person, not an ice cream bar person, so I wouldn't eat this on that. But I also would go. It's got Miller High Life in it. Like I can't imagine that. Like, man, after a hard day, I just want to sit down with a High Life and eat a scoop of ice cream. You know what I mean? Like that
seems like a weird combo. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny.
You wouldn't be able to taste it.
Yeah, you probably won't. But it's funny. Like, there's a ice cream place here in Baltimore, and they have a bunch of like wacky flavors or whatever. And they had a Scotch flavored ice cream, and I like Scotch, and I got it, and I was like, "This is disgusting." Like, it was really, it was inedible. Like, I was like, ugh. Like, give me something else. This is fucking horrible. So no,
what the fuck? It's Florida. United States.
Yeah, that feels like an America stupid shit.
I mean, it probably is. It doesn't really say. So I am going to go to the Tipsy Scoop website, and you are wrong. It is not Florida. It is New York, New York.
All right, that's gross.
Oh, okay.
Still U.S. Everyone should be ashamed
Boozy
of themselves.
ice cream. They got a whole line of drunk people ice cream, and some of it looks really good. But
No, I feel like some of it you probably fuck with.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm assuming that when you put beer in ice cream, it's just the flavor and not the alcohol content. The problem is I don't know what beer tastes like. So
Yeah,
I
'cause you
can't
don't.
imagine.
You've never had a beer before, like ever?
I mean, does root beer count? Because if that counts, sure. I get drunk off of that shit all the time. No, the closest
not once.
The closest I've ever had was when I was a child. My aunt Joyce, gave us, me and my friend Lawrence. She gave us. She put a sip, just like a drop, just like a little bit of Colt 45 into a glass, and I pretended to drink it. Like I kept my mouth closed. On Joyce. So yeah, nah.
My mom used to let me have a pony beer, one pony beer on Super Bowl Sunday when I was a kid. That's the difference between me and you.
Pony beer.
A pony is like 4 ounces, right, Terrence? I think it's something like that.
Yeah, it's a small. I don't.
It's a shorty. It's a small beer. They still make them.
And what's in a hot toddy? That's not beer, right?
No, nigga, that's not beer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's whiskey.
Oh, okay. I've had a hot toddy before. My wife, when I'm sick and my wife wants to take advantage of me, she gives me a hot toddy.
Drink this. Oh shit. What?
It puts my ass out.
Yeah, I bet it fucking does. That's like rubbing whiskey on a baby's gums. Their bodies are used to that shit. They fucking pass out. All right, Terrence, you're up.
A factory worker gets a 1.8 centimeter long nail removed from his scrotum after accidentally shooting himself with a nail gun.
Oh,
cool. What the fuck? A factory worker had to have a nail removed from his scrotum after he accidentally shot himself. The unidentified 27-year-old man was rushed to the hospital after his horrific pneumatic gun injury. But when doctors first looked at his scrotum, they could not see any sign of the nail despite him being in obvious agony. Huh. There was no wound on his skin, forcing medics to use an ultrasound to find hidden. Oh, it went in his fucking scrotum.
Oh my God.
I want to say this happened in Russia is where I'm saying this happens, because I can't imagine. I can imagine that someone living in Russia is just like working at a factory. Is just like, you know what? I got to do something to feel. I got to feel something, and then just take a fucking nail gun to the balls.
It's better than living under the Putin regime. I imagine.
No.
I am going with. I was going to say something offensive. I'll say it afterwards. I'm going China.
No. Italy.
Okay.
Weird.
I was going to say it's probably. I was going to say it's probably not China. I mean, that's a small target. Like, that's unfortunate. Just being an asshole.
Urologist noticed a thin white line behind his right testicle and whisked him away for surgery in case it was the missing nail. Their suspicion proved true, with the nail stuck between the top of his testicle and his penis.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. Come on, man. Jesus.
Remarkably, he suffered no lasting damage to his right testicle or epididymis, the tube that stores sperm. The nail was removed safely, and the man in Ancona was discharged from hospital the next day.
Amazing.
Yikes.
What the fuck was he doing to put the nail gun, like the shooty part, next to his balls?
Nuts.
What was he doing?
Did he have to? I don't know. Maybe he had to pry something loose, and he put the nail gun between his legs. You know how you gotta hold something between your legs when you're doing something else. So you need both hands.
It wouldn't be a fucking nail gun.
I would have put that bitch on the floor or
Nigga, what kind of factory doesn't have a vice? What kind of factory don't have a vice grip? Yo, like, what kind of?
I don't know how the fuck you pull that one off.
No.
Should have bound himself with a nail gun. Man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Don't do that. Keep a nail gun from between your legs at all times. I can't state this enough. Put your garbage in a garbage can.
Garbage
Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? It should be fine. Thunk. Yeah, you deserved it. My story. Good Lord. Man who drinks his own urine clashes with his flatmate over the smell. As you
Europe, England.
Yeah.
He said flat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where this guy's from, but he looks like he kind of looks like one, he's dying. But he looks like in some of these pictures, looks like Neil Brennan without glasses. It's fucking weird. His name is Brother Sage because of course it is. He's 68, believes that urine is a natural cure-all, having started drinking it almost 2 decades ago. Brother Sage is an idiot. Says he often stores the urine he passes during the night for a drink when he gets up, but also uses he uses a foot soak or eye bath.
Excuse me?
eye bath, or sometimes ages it up.
Before you continue, because I don't want to listen to this anymore. Before you continue, I saw a post on Twitter that said, why do people that drink piss always look like they drink piss? Like when you see it.
I mean,
like they just look like they do.
Yeah.
He looks like he drinks piss.
Yeah, he does. He does. He absolutely does.
Gross.
He is now selling a course costing up to $339 to help anyone who wishes to unlock the apparent benefits of their own wee, claiming some of the followers have given urine to their kids and allowed their dogs to bathe in it.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's from Colorado. He's from Colorado, actually. He says, quote, most people will drink it first thing in the morning, and people who are fasting or on detox will do looping, which means everything they connect or everything they collect will be drank throughout the day. The cleaner you get your diet, the better it'll look, taste, and smell.
Yeah, drink water. Well, first of all, like your urine is expelled from the body, so you're just gonna put it right back. So that's
waste,
the loop.
It's waste. Yeah, it's
so
waste.
you're just drinking, like you're pissing, and then you're drinking it again. So you're just in a constant loop of just putting the shit that you just pissed out back into your body.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good for you.
All right.
Like your body rejected it, yo. Like your body didn't want it in your. All right.
He calls it.
I can't even look
urotherapy.
At the story, yo.
It's urotherapy.
Called what?
Urotherapy, like urine. Urotherapy. Yeah, urotherapy.
You're a dumbass.
While there's no concrete scientific evidence to support that drinking urine has any health benefits, Brother Sage believes it heals everything from virus and sunburn to cancer.
You know what it does cure? Having a girlfriend. Yeah, you're gonna be alone forever. This dude is so cute.
I'm sure he'll find a girlfriend that drinks piss. If he hasn't already done so.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
how do you even have a roommate? How do you have a housemate? You say he clashed with a housemate because
get out.
It smells like piss. It's like I'm gonna fucking beat you up.
Yeah, yo, like
get out.
You're not gonna save up piss jars in my house. Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. No, but we're roommates. No, we're not roommates, yo. We're mortal enemies, yo. We're mortal enemies. You're soaking your already dirty feet in piss. What's wrong with you?
Yo, foot soak.
Yo, he puts it in. He makes an eye bath.
I don't even understand what that. What does that mean?
I guess he throws piss in his eyes.
like if you have to wash your eye out, you put like solution in a cup, and then you put it in your eye, and then just wiggle your eye around to kind of get the obstruction out. And he does it with piss, yo. He does it with pee pee.
Also, not to be a stickler here. This is really revolting. He needs to drink more water, yo. He's mad dehydrated, by the way. Probably because his body isn't actually, he's not drinking water. He just keeps drinking waste.
Right. Yo, that urine is, that urine looks like
urine of an
mosquitoes should be
unhealthy
stuck in it. Right. Like it's goldenrod, dude. Like you talking about being healthy. Like you be healthy.
Yeah, drink some water.
What the fuck?
Drink some
It
water.
looks like beer. It's the color of fucking MGD.
Oh,
which, as
God.
we know, is the thing that Micah definitely wants in his ice cream.
Fuck off! I'm done. They just showed a picture of him soaking his feet in it.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what? I didn't see that picture. Nope. Cobra Kai.
Next up, trailers this week. I didn't save it to play it here. But the trailer for Cobra Kai season 5 is out. Look, if you are into the show on Netflix, and you should be, it's a pretty good trailer. Terrence, I won't ruin the kind of big reveal that happens in season 4. But yeah, it's things are ramping up pretty well. It's a fun show. It really is. Not the best acted, not the best writing,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of fun. It's just fun. So check that out. Any other parting information before we get out of here, gentlemen?
Don't drink
Don't
urine.
drink this. Right.
I mean,
that's all I got.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
That's disgusting. Like he looks unhealthy.
Yeah. To quote Craig Robinson from Zack and Mary Make a Porno, white people are fucked up. That's it. I don't get it. All right, that's it for us. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Take it easy.